Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Education is an essential component of professional trading, and Sterling Trading Tech and Wall Street Bound have teamed up to help build a more diverse financial workforce of the future. Joining me to discuss is Jim Nevotti. He's the president of Sterling Trading Tech, and Troy Prince, CEO of Wall Street Bound. Gentlemen, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill.
Thanks for having us.
Troy, you got it. And Troy, tell us about Wall Street Bound.
So Wall Street Bound is a idea I've had for 15 years based on the idea that there clearly diversity on Wall Street and financial services is an issue. And so there needs to be, and it's clear that there needs to be a more intentional path to connect financial services, the industry, and the underrepresented minority communities, the youth, college students, et cetera, that just simply need the exposure, need the social credit to get access to the industry.
And Jim, how has Sterling Trading Tech teamed up with Wall Street Bound to support its mission?
So Sterling was excited because we met Wall Street Bound through different industry contacts, and what we're doing is we're providing our technology for our professional trading simulator platform to help train their students. So we're very excited to be part of the program.
That's great. And if you can show us exactly what they get to utilize, all those great tools, because they're actually using what the professionals use, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what they're doing. The exciting thing for us, 2020 has obviously been a very challenging year. So the opportunity to take one of our core products and use it in a meaningful way to drive real societal change is something it's been exciting for us as individuals and as a company. It's brought a lot of energy to our firm. So one of the coolest things about our simulator product is this is a professional trading platform with simulated execution. So we spent a long time building what we think is the most realistic simulator engine possible, so that when a trader uses the professional trading tools, they can have simulated executions. They're not trading real money, but they can trade with live market data. As you'll probably know, Jill, we're using Nasdaq Total View in the level 2 screenshot. But they can trade with live market data, all the same professional tools. So then when a trader is ready to go from a simulator environment to a production environment, they can take their existing setup and just port it over to production. So you can see, all of the things that you have that professional traders rely on, up to speed market data, hotkeys, advanced charting capability, is available in our simulator product.
That's just so exciting. And Troy, I'll take it back to you. Why is trading education critical to being successful in finance?
Well, it's the first step. It's the first key, I would say, right behind exposure. And so the idea of this partnership in combining not only the exposure and the education, but I'm excited to have launched with Maverick Trading this program where we're actually combining and using the technology that's used by professionals, because it turns out for Maverick Trading, one of the requisites of joining the capital sharing program, actually the third step, is this idea of trade your trading plan. And so the simulator is obviously the best way to do that, and for the firm and for us to get a sense of a trader's ability to actually trade according to his plan using the most up-to-date technology. And so we're happy to have announced this partnership with Maverick, and we're certainly happy to have the support of a leading technology provider such as Sterling Trading Tech. What we're doing with Maverick Trading is unique, it's scalable, it's a tangible solution to not only the diversity issue, but this idea of connecting education technology to solve real problems, and at the same time put this demographic that's not normally have access to this technology and capital, but put them in touch with the game, as we call it.
Troy, I'm glad you brought up technology, because one silver lining of COVID-19 and working from home is that we've learned technology can really help to build a more diverse and inclusive workforce. You don't necessarily have to be so close to the cities. It's democratized it for so many reasons. And I think that's a good thing. And I'm hoping that's a trend that stays in place. What are your thoughts around that, with technology leading the way for diversity?
Absolutely. Clearly, this pandemic has changed education and learning systems permanently. And so the idea of, interestingly enough, our partner Maverick Trading has been training traders remotely for 23 years. And so the focus on two products, two asset classes, primarily foreign exchange and stock options, are delivered via a 100-hour online learning program for foreign exchange with mentors, stock options at 250 hours, and traders trained remotely. So it's absolutely in line with where we are. And at the same time, it allows us to expand the breadth, the reach, and scale of our mission. And so it makes perfect sense. That's the environment we're in. And we're just glad to be where the times are in addressing a clear problem in the industry, but in a meaningful way.
Yeah, Jim, and Sterling Trading Tech, the work I've been doing with you a number of years, it's always been about technology there and certainly leading the way in the industry. So would you agree as well, this is a trend that's in place and it's going to help us to build more diversity within the industry?
Yeah, we think without question, this program is a great start. We think it's just the start. We think, they're onto something very big here. But yeah, that's exactly it. Since COVID has hit and we're in a global pandemic, everyone around the world has had to adapt to how do we manage risk from home? How do we replicate our office from home? How do I take, with my wife who is working from home or my husband who's working from home and my kids who are home, are remote learning, how do I take my, my work setup and how do I function that at home and how do I pull it off? How do I still manage risk? The markets are volatile and and we think they're going to stay volatile. But it's been a challenging time, but it all does lead to a lot of silver linings, which is, you can do your job from anywhere. That, COVID has shown that. And that then leads to, you don't have to, you don't have to live in Manhattan to work for, these types of firms. It will absolutely lead to democratization.
That certainly is a good thing. Jim, Troy, thanks so much for joining us on Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
All right, you got it. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.